Hi, welcome back to another Paper Crafting with Patty video. Actually, I am in the process of working on my blog, and my new name is going to be Patty's Paper Playground. I just love that, because after all, for many years I've been playing with paper, and even though I am years old, I am still playing with paper. I love it. Well, during tonight's video, I'm going to share with you a new to me fold. It's a new curtain fold. I have not seen this one before. I've seen the ones that go, you know, across the card, and I've seen ones that are the full length of the card, but I've never seen this one, and it was rather intriguing to me, so I thought I'd give it a whirl, and I really love it. So bear with me while I get ready and take you down so that I can show you how to do this card. Okay, so the materials that you will need is some sort of double-sided designer paper. You will need a standard card base, half a sheet of paper folded in half. You'll need the first mat with a coordinating color, and I took 1/4 inch off, so that's 4 by 5 1/4. And then the white paper that we're going to stamp the background on, it's another 1/4 inch down, so that's 3 3/4 by 5. Now with the designer paper, it was 12 inches, and I needed to cut 1 inch off the side. So what I did was it's 3 by 11. So a 12 by 12 sheet of paper will get you 3 of these panels, and enough of the little strips that I did here. These are 4 1/2, looks like. By 1/2 inch, I think. But you could use ribbon, or you could use journey thread, any washi tape, any embellishment that you want to put a topper on this would be fine. But I like doing it this way because I didn't waste any paper. That inch that went down the side, that's what it was. It was 1 inch, and I cut it in half, and I think thirds. But anyway, there was very little waste. Alright, so what I did, I'm going to show you how to do this on a strip of cardstock, because it was easier for me to write on it, and I'm not wasting the paper as I demonstrate. So as I said, it's 3 inches by 11 long, and you're going to score at 1 1/2, 2, 3, 3 1/2, 4 1/2, 5, 6, 6 1/2, 8, 8 1/2, 9 1/2, and 10. Very easy. So this is all scored. And then in the center, which is between, let me bring you in some so you can see this. In the center, which is between the 5 and the 6 inch, at 1 1/2 inches, which is halfway down, I put 2 little dots. Now, in order to make this not so complicated, what I'm going to do is cut on these score lines up to the 1 1/2. And then as straight as I can, I'm going to push that up. Just burnish it a little bit so that it's out of the way. And now I'm going to make my angle cuts. So what I'm going to do is from this point to the outer point, I'm going to line up in the track. Can you see that? Let me come back out. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. From the outer edge to this point right here. And I was off a little bit, so I'm going to want to make that right. Okay. And then once I have that done, I'm going to cut this part off. And again, we really do want to do it as straight as we can. Then, starting in the center, you're going to fold the score lines back. And forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. And that's going to make the pleat on the one side, and then you do the same thing on the other side. And so now, really, you have your curtain. It's as simple as that. Alright, this is just a wee bit stiffer than the designer paper, so I'm going to do it again now that I have this cut and scored. So it's from the center, it's back and forth, back and forth, and you want to keep the top as straight as you can. And I just realized I started to tell you what you needed, and I didn't finish everything. I got the paper stuff out of the way. So when we're finished with this, I'll tell you the other supplies that you're going to need. Now at this point, you really want to score well, or burnish it, because you don't want it popping up on you. We are going to use some white liner tape, but if we burnish this well, the tape won't be pulling so much. Do it on both sides, especially at the top. You see my stash bag here. And I just realized that I didn't bring my white liner tape. I'll be right back. And I am back. My nice I have a new roll. Alright, so what we're going to do is across the back, you're going to put a line of tape as close to the top as you can get it, because that's helping to keep the pleats closed. And you're also going to do it across the top of the front. Alright, so that's all prepared for us. Now, the other things that you need, or at least if you're going to copy this, I used our Pattern Love SS0491, and I'm using this shape, this hexagon. Sorry about the shadow there. And for the greeting, I'm using embroidered greetings. I just absolutely love this whole suite of stamps. And on my original, I made it a happy birthday, but this one, I'm just going to do a thinking of you card. And then for the ink, I used lemongrass because it coordinates with everything. Alright, so to find out like where you're going to be stamping, I kind of found the midway point where it's going to go like this. Excuse my reach. And then I just put marks on my grid paper that I want to stay in that line. So what I did, I inked up my stamp. I kind of stamped it in the middle. And then I just left a little border. And I'm really making my own pattern here. Filling in. I tried to leave the same amount of space. Wasn't always successful, but it is a hand stamped card, so can't expect them all to be the same. At least I don't expect them all to be the same. Now I was able to come down a little lower than that line because this is going to cover it. And then on the scrap paper, while I have the ink out, hope you can see there, I forgot that the camera was going. Let's see. I'm going to cut this out, so okay, now to assemble. I'm going to take this little strip first. Want to center it. I want it flush with the top. I'm going to take the back off. Now what I'm trying to do is get this even with the points. I want it to have this bottom meet out and be straight. So in order to do that, I need to make sure my card Patty and straight have a hard time meeting. Alright. Looks like it's going to be there. And there. Now, and you can see that this extends. So I'm going to put some more liner on this edge and on this edge. I'm going to fold it. Do the same with this side. And because this is hanging down over the bottom lip, give that a little paper cut. Voila! Going to do a quick fussy cut. Just kind of trimming around the outside here. I really don't like fussy cutting at all. But this is such a quick one. It doesn't pay to bring out the cutting machines. Hit my bag one more time and see if I wanted to pop this up. But of course I don't see my foam squares. So we're going to go flat with this one. I would suggest that you pop yours up though, because it does help. Okay. And then of course with the rest of this you can also pop this layer up if you like. Just centering this. Are you kidding me? There we go. Okay, and center this. And there you have it. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. So again, I want to show you those measurements in case you missed it. This piece is 3 inches by 11 inches long. And you are going to score it 1.5, 2, 3, 3.5, 4.5, 5, 6, 6.5, 8, 8.5, 9.5, and 10. And again, at the center point between score lines 5 and 6, measure down 1.5 inches, which is going to be the center of your strip. Mark it, cut up, and fold it back so that it makes it a lot easier to cut from here to this point and from the center to this point. So you would be wise to do that. Of course, you can use your cutter to make sure that it's straight going across there. Then starting in the middle, you fold back and forth. Put your tape runner, not your tape runner because that wouldn't be strong enough. You really do want to use white liner tape across the front and the back after you've scored and burnished very well so that the pleats stay folded. Put some sort of trim across the front. Fold it around the back of your card however you decide to decorate it. Very simple card. Okay, I'll move you back up. I'd like to thank you for joining me, and I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that I can. And if you are interested in learning more about this Fun Stampers journey, check it out, www.funstampersjourney.com/Patty Murray, all one word. And you can see that we do have 3 sign-on project kits, or starter kits, I guess they would be called. anywhere from $59.99 up to $199.99. There are 3 different kits, so if you already have a die cutting machine and you don't want that, or if you're not interested in the business aspect of it, you can sign on for $59.99 and you would get all of the benefits of a person who's business minded. There's just a $150 minimum order requirement each quarter, not month, quarter, and it's so easy to do, just building up your own supply. It's fabulous. But again, check it out. If you have any questions, you know where to reach me. Thank you.